Hello guys, it's Tisha Harrison here. Today I want to also talk about salt for those who didn't understand on my last video. So I want to start from the introduction part. Um, you know what is a salt and the different types of salt. So if somebody asks you, um, what is a salt? What will you answer? So a salt is uh, basically a substance, but how is it formed? It is formed when an hydrogen ion or hydrogen ion in an acid are wholly or partially replaced by a positive ion. For example, let us say we have sulfuric acid or we have HCl. So HCl is an acid and also sulfuric acid is an acid. So these two acids have a different basicity. So on my video, I've talked about basicity, and I say that basicity is the ability of hydrogen ions or the number of hydrogen ions that can be released by an acid when ionized. So that is basicity. So HCl has a basicity of 1, that is monobasic. Means it can only release one hydrogen ion, while sulfuric acid has two as a basicity of 2, means it has two hydrogen ions. So we call it diabasic. So when we are forming salts, we can use this acid. So for example, let us use HCl. We will take HCl and pour it in a beaker, and we will uh, add a positive ion. So a positive ion, we can add sodium. Yeah, so sodium is a positive ion because it's a metal in group 1 of the periodic table. So if you add sodium, so the sodium, which is a positive ion, will replace the one hydrogen ion in HCl to form sodium chloride. So the salt which will be formed is sodium chloride. Now, look at this. So the positive ion has replaced the hydrogen ion in HCl because we say that HCl has a basicity of 1. So it means it can only release one hydrogen ion. That is why we defined a salt as a substance that is formed when hydrogen ion are or is uh, partially or wholly replaced by a positive ion. Hope you have understood that. Now let us go to types of salts. So we have these different types of salts. Number one, we have normal salts. So normal salts, these are salts that do not contain any replaceable hydrogen atom. So in their structure, we don't have traces of hydrogen. It means during the formation, the hydrogen ion was wholly replaced by the positive ion. So that is normal salt. An example is sodium chloride. Sodium chloride does not have any traces of hydrogen in it. So we don't have any replaceable hydrogen atom. Number two, we have acidic salts. So these are salts that contain replaceable hydrogen atoms. It means the hydrogen atom was partially replaced by a positive ion. For example, if we take sulfuric 6 acid, which has a basicity of 2, that is diabasic, we introduce sodium. We introduce sodium. So, what will be the product? The product will be sodium hydrogen sulfate. So, sodium hydrogen sulfate has traces of hydrogen in it. That's why we will call it an acidic salt. So that is just one example of an acidic salt. If you want more example, you can do your research. We have very many example of acidic salt. I will go to the next type of salt, basic salts. So basic salts, these are salts that contain hydroxyl ions. They have the hydroxyl group, the OH group. For example, basic magnesium chloride. How do you write it? It is written as MgOHCl. So we must include the OH group in it because it's a basic salt. But we have these basic salts that have radicals. So, radicals, these are a group of atoms with a net charge that exist and react as a unit. For example, basic magnesium carbonate. Basic magnesium carbonate. How do you write it? We have magnesium carbonate, which is basic. So we have two radicals. The OH group is a radical because we have oxygen and hydrogen. They are reacting as a unit. I mean, they exist and react as a unit. So the magnesium will react with the OH first, and then the carbonate also will react with the OH. So you must be very, very careful when you're writing that. So for today, I've talked about three types of salts. That is normal salts, acidic salts, and basic salts. On my next video, I'll be talking about the last type of salt, that is double salt. And I will continue with solubility of salt. See you on my next video. But remember to subscribe on my channel. And if you want private tuition, the number is always on my screen. Goodbye, guys.